Hey everybody, welcome back. If you've been here before, if you're new to the channel, thanks for coming to check us out. I am here with the master, Professor Carlos Machado, and so what I have a question for him is the most common mistakes when people are passing the guard, and this can be new or old, whatever you feel would be the most common mistakes when people are passing the guard.
All right, sure. So one of the things is in the very beginning, when you have your stance, understanding about alignments, okay? And I'll explain why. Whenever you are, especially in a closed guard, there's the stage of the grip battle in which your hips are trapped and the guy is going to try to establish grips, okay? He can start on the wrist, but more likely than not, they're going to try to climb to the shoulder or the head so they can drag you down, pull you down. And in many instances, I'm trying to push away and the guy is crunching and pulling me and folding my body forward. So what I like to do, instead of attacking the hip right away, okay, I kind of keep my hands uneven. Because when you have the hip, okay, it's a good position, but here right now, it's not uncommon that guys get your elbows. Let's say you grab my both elbows, and they fold their bodies like my body just kind of, the legs turn into like a bulldog leg kind of thing, okay? But when I'm here, go ahead. If he tries to catch me or anything, having one arm high, one low, yeah, go ahead and reach for my collar. Yeah, you can switch hands if you want. Okay, do you see how even if he pulls, go ahead. Because my head is offline, I can endure more, all right? The second thing is, if you ever lose your stance, let's say the guy folds your body, the worst mistake you can do is put your hands on the ground. Because if you do now, he can trap your arm or dig, yeah, either over or under, okay? And start to put you into situations where it's hard for you to shake it off or you're more susceptible to submissions, okay? So if I ever lose my stance, go ahead. Yeah, my arms are close to me. Let's say you just for the exercise, grab my collars and pull, okay? Not on the ground, look, right here, on me. So if he tries to trap my arm now or do anything, or grab my head. See, my hands are still protected. You see what I'm saying? From here, it's a little easier for me to recover the stance. Keep holding tight. Not pulling straight down. I move my head to the side. And from here, I recenter my head. And now, I'm in a good position, okay? Let's talk about the mistake number 2, okay, real quick. Mistake number 2 is when you establish a control. Okay, let's say here I have uneven hands. He's trying to pull, but I'm going to start kind of now moving my body, okay? I move my head before I move my legs. So look my head here. I move my head and my legs so I can cover more ground. He's already open in the guard. So when you move the head first, it creates a motion on your hip that you can stretch your leg, okay? And finally, if you're trying to get up, okay? Just for a second here. What is a good way for you to get up? Okay, so I keep my arms uneven. If he has a strong arm, which is, let's say, a collar grip over here, instead of keeping both arms under, I kind of neutralize a bit the top arm by just kind of circling my arm over. Okay, one hand low, one high, and I put pressure down on his body. So when he pulls, his arm's kind of like a little bit weaker. Okay, I try to move my head out of the way to make it easy for my leg to advance. Okay, from here right now, I don't change my hands yet. I post my toe on the ground and I step my leg out. Look how far my leg is. Now, if I bring that leg close, he has range to grab both ankles and I'm susceptible to be flipped over here. Go back again. So a lot of times what I do, after I establish the standing, I go for the hip control. And here right now, I don't even have to change the position. He's already feeling the pressure, right? Now, if I do need to change, I do what I call rock and roll. As one foot gets close, the other one gets away. That way, he doesn't have the reach. And from here now, I have the guard open, all right? Now, let's talk about this part. Once you establish the standing stance, let's say you're standing up, and you break the guard, what is one of the most critical mistakes that people make? They give space instead of closing gaps. Okay, give an example here. If I was with Mr. Jeet over here, and he grabs my ankle, you know, I can move back, okay, but which is okay. You know, a lot of times what I try to do, I tiptoe forward and I use my hip to do the pass. Instead of trying to focus on my arm. If you're forward, hold me here, but hold my ankle. Yeah, I'm trying to move back, I'm trying to control. He has more and more control. He can go from the collar, you know, to the sleeve and vice versa. And here, he has that issue. So when your head is free after you open, okay, and the guy has the ankle, don't worry about moving back or putting your knee down. Tiptoe and let your hip do the job. And therefore here you can deflect the leg and maybe affect the pass, okay? Now let's talk about the other part. If the guy, let's say, has a collar and an arm control instead of the leg, so he's here. Okay, one of the biggest mistakes that we make is trying to pull away over here, okay, pull away. And a lot of times too, when you keep your head in the center, it's very hard for me to move back or forward. If I try to do any pass here, he can triangle me. A lot of times he can drag me down, climb his legs. So what I do, I change my angle a little bit. I'm looking that way. This hand here I keep on my pocket. I go with my way down. If he tries to triangle me now, because I'm looking that way, there's no angle for the shoulder to get caught. And now for here, as I move my head out of the way, okay, when I pass, he's not trying to just put weight. Instead, I'm looking to the front. I'm going to keep looking around the back. Okay? I'm trying to not carry his leg, but circle around his leg. Keep your leg heavy for a second here. You see how heavy it is? I move my head out of the way, and I try to turn. A lot of times, instead of trying to reach out, I just grab whatever is close to me and I pull. And then I keep circling. Literally, I circle all the way around the leg and let your body weight do the job, okay? Finally, one last observation, okay? If you're passing pinning the guard, okay? Let's say I have both legs controlled and knee level. Most guys here, they try to walk away, and then for here, do the bull ride. But you see how he kind of follows me a little bit. So it kind of creates a little bit of for some guys that have skills, they still linger in you. Your third arm is your head, okay? So when you have your two hands busy here, imagine there is a little pocket right here in the middle. Okay, you're gonna tuck your chin, and my goal when I pass is try to see if I can get my head in that pocket. So now if you try to do anything, my head control puts pressure on him. Do you see how I was able to get to the control? And just as you can see, I'm gonna go easy on his grip. It's not uncommon when you do the bull ride, if the guy has the sleeve, that he's gonna be hanging there. And that's an area that people neglect. They didn't get rid of a grip in particular. So when they pass, the guy's already escaping. He's like, shoving, shove, face away. Put me back in the guy, good. That's it, go back again. So I'm gonna repeat the pass one more time so we can kind of catch up here. And I'm doing very not scientific. Normally I roll my elbows in. I kind of go in steps like shaking. You see here, so tuck my chin, look, find the head. And here, now that I passed, okay, the leg that I was controlling my far hand, I don't worry about it. I grab the far arm and pull as close as I can towards the near arm. Okay, and then from here, I start using my body weight in his arm, look. You see how I pull his arm against his hand, and I make the break of the grip without having to struggle for it. All right? So, if I was to tell you in a recap, how do you start a guard? On even hands, you start even and head off line. Okay, when you stand up, go 1 and 2, you keep your legs far away. If you're, close your guard please. If you want, you can pass this way, okay? I always stabilize the hip. And here, if I try to get my stance square, as one foot gets closed, the other one moves out. See, he's already opening his legs. Okay, stay strong. And here, whenever the guy holds me, if he's not holding my head, I don't try, no, stay there for a second. See, I tiptoe. So I use his legs against his body. Go back a step. Or I turn and I knee down. When I knee down, look, I get my arm under. Okay, don't go for the knee, go for the ankle. Stay strong, pull me down. Here, yeah, grab my collar. Yeah, see here, look. Move your head out of the way. Once you stab, you grab the shoulder or the other shoulder, pull down, and start turning. So you can get around. And if you follow those tips, you probably will sweat less.
Sweat less.
Once you go for the guard pass.
Well, if you liked the video, do me a favor, hit that like button. Of course, you should check out Professor Carlos's channel as well. He's got tons of tips and tricks on Jiu-Jitsu and all the things that you could use to help improve your game. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash it. And then last but not least, hit that bell icon so you can be aware of all the cool things we have coming out on the association channel. You guys stay safe, keep training. This is JD and Professor Carlos, and we're out.